It seems like with all the chaos going on with Marvel lately, it's tough to keep track of all the changes that are happening behind the scenes. But in the case of Taika Waititi, we heard reports out there a few months ago that Thor 5 was in development and that he would have nothing to do with it. And quite frankly, after the disaster that was Thor Love and Thunder, could you really blame Marvel for wanting to move past Taika Waititi's vision? But in a recent interview, he actually was asked specifically about it and confirmed that if Thor 5 happens, he's not going to be a part of it. But also in these discussions, of course, people brought up Star Wars. Because Taika Waititi, all the way back in 2020, it was announced that he was going to be doing a Star Wars movie for Lucasfilm. But in the years that have passed since then, doesn't seem like much has happened. And in fact, he talked a few months ago about why he's really struggling with his script and struggling with his Star Wars story. Well, he's now come out and given a little bit of an update on his Star Wars movie. And apparently it's still in the works, but I don't know if anyone actually believes this thing is ever going to see the light of day, because apparently it's not much of a priority for Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi reveals he needs to finish writing 4 projects before moving on to his Star Wars movie. So think about that. May of 2020 is when Lucasfilm made the announcement of a Taika Waititi movie. And it's been 3 years since that point, and he still is saying he has 4 projects he needs to finish before he gets to his Star Wars movie. This is how far Star Wars as a brand has fallen, first of all. The idea that that wouldn't become a priority for people, that people wouldn't make that their top priority, writing a Star Wars fucking movie. But it also shows you how inept Lucasfilm is and how stupid it is for them to continue to start these projects or announce these projects that are half-baked, that are never really going to happen, with people who have no actual fucking passion or energy to do this thing. It's the last on their fucking priority list. That's what Taika Waititi is coming out and admitting. Here's the full quote. "At the moment, I'm still developing something with them, Lucasfilm. Like me, they have a lot of projects going on. I think they're gonna push it, the film, until I finish these other projects. I've got about 4 other scripts that I'm trying to finish. My thing is, I want to take my time with that and get it right. I don't want to rush this movie." Oh, heaven forbid anyone imagine you rushing it. It's been 3 fucking years since it was announced, and there's no end in sight. I don't think this thing is ever happening. Quite frankly, I don't think Taika Waititi's movie will ever actually see the light of day. I saw Eckhart's Ladder with this take, and I agree with this. Star Wars can afford to be selective. Stop hiring people who clearly don't give a shit. Pay your people well and have a film be a priority. 4 scripts to finish before it is insane. Shit is not coming out. I agree. I don't think it's going to see the light of day, but I super agree with this first part. Stop hiring people that don't give a shit. They did this because Taika Waititi was a big name at the time. He had come off Thor Ragnarok. He was about to do Thor Love and Thunder. He was doing stuff in The Mandalorian, and they wanted to be tied to a guy like that, so they made this agreement. But now it's fucking embarrassing because nothing has happened. No progress has been made. He's got 4 things that are more important to him than writing a Star Wars script. Lucasfilm has destroyed Star Wars completely. That's how far this brand has fallen, that people cannot even make a Star Wars movie a priority. And they continue to go out and hire people like this, or at least make announcements, and maybe we'll see if it ever happens. I think this is going the way of Rian Johnson's trilogy and, Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, all these things that maybe were announced but never are actually going to happen. So a lot of people are going to talk about the big, confirmation from Taika Waititi himself of the reports that he won't be involved in Thor 5. But to me, the more pathetic part of all these interviews that are out there is the acknowledgement that he really does not give a shit about Star Wars at all. I guess maybe Taika Waititi's just like a lot of the fan base. He's just completely apathetic to everything happening at Lucasfilm. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.